Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Grimm, and today we'll be continuing our playthrough of Tangle Tower. First off, we need to talk to the last suspect, Professor Pointer, and see his perspective on everything. Before we do, though, check this real quick.
You know, I've always wanted one of those.
A mechanical solar system? What would you do with it?
I would look at it.
Yeah, it's just cool.
Wait a minute. Earth in the middle, sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
Rotate the 5 planets, the sun and moon, around the middle. So you see these little lines here? And you see how we're making lines with the sun here? That's the puzzle. You gotta rotate all the planets around in a way so that you can line up the shadow with all the shapes here. First thing I would do, line up the planets like that. Okay. We'll leave it like that for now, but just know this should be the rough order of things. Almost. Close, but not quite. There we go. That's it.
That's the one.
Hey, not bad.
It's a simpler puzzle, but at the same time, it takes you a minute to register what you need to do.
Did you hear that? Something unlocked.
There's a little hatch underneath? What's in there?
A bunch of paper. Looks like somebody's research.
Well, let's look at it. A golden beetle. Golden beetle. Various research notes and diagrams. 4. Note 4 of what? The golden beetle, named for its exoskeleton composed of a mineral approximately 90% identical to gold, has a lifespan of several years. It fends off predators with a loud hiss, records of over 95 decibels, and by being completely undigestible, this mistid has a somewhat spurious reputation for causing ill fortune to those that see it. This thing's fucking loud.
It's too cloudy to see any stars right now.
It's also daytime.
I was about to say, but it's all the day.
The bell jar. It's empty.
What do people normally keep in bell jars?
Other than bells, you mean?
Yeah. And not like those big bells or those bells that hang off that ring. Well, basically it's one of those little bells, you know, the ones with the wooden stick at the end you shake in your hand like ding 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 ding. Like one of those.
It's tidier than my desk. The notebook is untouched. It's completely blank.
So, even the most well-used notebooks start off blank.
It's a chart of the solar system. Which planet are you from, Sally? It's tidier than my desk.
So, even the most well-used notebooks.
A picture frame.
With no picture.
It's a chart of the solar system.
What is it?
It's clearly some kind of large device.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Pretty.
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos.
Let's at least introduce ourselves before touching his telescope.
Always a good roll.
Yep.
Shh, listen. Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering. So quiet, and yet so loud.
What are they whispering about? Are they spreading rumors about us?
I shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
Mm-hmm. Could this speck of dust start by telling me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
Seems like this tower belongs to the Pointers, and the other one belongs to the Fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it happens. Meaningless boundaries, really. They exist only in our minds.
Helpful.
Sure. Alright. Talk about yourself.
Me? Not much to say. Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family. And of course, father to my precious Poppy.
And a professional astronomer?
Oh no, that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Sounds like you're quite well known. You must bring in a good amount of money.
Oh dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the Cosmos I say hi.
What about yesterday?
The day began as any other, with blissful, unremarkable routine. I took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Did you see anyone else?
Penelope and Fitz were in the greenhouse together. I didn't bother them, of course. I sat for a while besides the pond in the garden. It's a favorite spot of mine. Eventually, I returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known to lose hours at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing. But a curious tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening.
What was that tug of fate?
I was at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library. She looked impatient and slightly frustrated.
Same as ever then?
Quite. I passed her by and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside. I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter. I had no desire to invade their privacy by eavesdropping, so I waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room. Flora and Fitz were already there. They both looked stoic as ever. Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family business. I'm quite sure they don't need me getting in the way at a time like that.
I mean, fair enough. Okay.
I don't especially want to talk about myself. Introspection often leads to vanity.
Wait, does it?
Why don't we discuss the moons of Jupiter instead?
Oy vey.
I'm not sure if we have time. Aren't there like 10 of them?
83.
Yeah, we got time.
83!
Ah, Penelope, our resident ornithologist.
Penny's your niece, is that right?
At this moment in time, until she marries the gardener.
She'll still be your niece.
But she'll depart from the world of the Pointers and join the Fellows. like rats deserting a sinking ship.
The fuck? Ah, so that's how it is for you. Great.
My Poppy, my pride and joy. Exceptionally talented pianist from a young age. Hold on. Why is she on your list of suspects?
Because she's a suspect.
Exactly.
Oh, no, I can personally vouch for her innocence. She'd never... Well, the truth is, she loved Freya very dearly.
If you don't mind me asking, what happened to Poppy's mother?
Primrose? She was Flora's sister, a Remington by birth. The playing field has never really been even since she left.
Where did she go?
Away. She went away.
Huh.
Hard to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's doing.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough. Then, of course, I met you.
Fuck you.
A listless soul drifting through the ether.
What's wrong with her?
Not sure. She's always been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd say you could ask her about it, but, I think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end.
Kind of a bitch, you know that? I want to say something worse, but hey, it's YouTube.
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
You two don't get on?
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
God, this guy gets annoying. Whatever. Alright, what about Fifi?
Ah, yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally. What do you want me to say? He's the gardener.
He's a member of the family.
Yeah, but not the Pointer family.
What happened to his parents, do you know?
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange man. Don't think anybody knows what happened to him, but he certainly doesn't live here anymore.
What about his mother?
Emily? I've not met her. She never actually married into the fellow family. Her relationship with Flint was, it was short-lived.
Wow, that's a lot of drama.
Nobody could deny her talent. She was remarkable, artistically gifted, but also highly intelligent.
Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was. The fault may well lie with me for failing to inspire her. But I think she was captivated by more tangible things here on Earth. My daughter loved her. Fiona, too. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I begun to notice her by herself, wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours. She must have explored every inch of the grounds 100 times over. Quite a restless spirit, I think. I'm surprised she chose to live at Tangle Tower as long as she did.
So which one
What's that?
There are two towers, right? Flora's tower and your astronomy tower.
Neither? Truly, I have no idea. You'd have to ask Flora.
She named the house?
The whole thing is a result of her squabbling with her family.
With Felix, you mean? Her husband?
No, her brother and sister, and her father. The Remington family was a rather tumultuous little unit, you see. I don't think Flora has spoken with any of them in over a decade.
Holy shit. Damn. Okay.
Not exactly a wealth of information, is it?
It's enough.
A very old statue indeed. I'd recommend you leave it well alone. The poor fellow's in bad enough shape as it is.
You're very
Isn't
suspicious,
the
old man.
process of decay fascinating?
It's not really decaying. It's plastic.
It's becoming one with nature, all the same. Where on earth did you find that?
It was in a bush outside. I think someone threw it away.
How peculiar. Is this important?
Possibly.
I find that painting to be in rather bad taste.
Oh, yeah?
The knife with real blood on it? The whole thing is rather vulgar. Pointer property originally, purloined by the fellows. Typical.
God, you're just a ball of negativity, aren't you?
I haven't seen that tape for a long time. Who broke it?
No idea.
Ah, well, possessions are fleeting, my friends. Curious little thing, isn't it? Do you know what she keeps in there?
Nothing. At the moment. It was empty when we opened it.
How bizarre.
Can't a woman keep an empty egg in her room?
That... It sounds like an innuendo, but it's not.
That's a very old book, isn't it? Looks like someone could have taken better care of it.
I like the look of a well-read book. Better than one that's never been opened.
Ah, well put. Freya was well acquainted with the abstract, I'll say that much.
What does it look like to you?
To me, it's a big, red thing.
What a fascinating interpretation.
He's right, though. It is a big red thing.
But what's the specific thing, though?
These were drawn by Freya. She must have drawn that one of Hawkshaw rather recently.
I guess.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird. That's such a weird picture.
Poppy's two closest friends. Freya looks so innocent there. This is supposed to be Felix, is it?
I think so.
I see he's afforded himself considerable artistic license.
Damn.
This looks a little rushed, even by Felix's standards.
At least he tried.
Yes, I suppose it's good for the old fellow to have a hobby. Keeps his mind from decaying, you know.
Unlike yours, apparently.
Curious creature, isn't it? Some sort of amphibious bipedal fishman.
Playing a trumpet.
Playing a trumpet, yes.
Why did that make him mad?
Fitz seems rather keen to grow things like this in his greenhouse, doesn't he?
What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't eat it. Makes you wonder why he bothers at all.
To look at it. Again.
That's rather a small cage for 3 birds, isn't it? But then, aren't we all trapped in a cage?
By technicality, yes.
So,
But it's
we
the
found
cage
some
that keeps us
research.
alive.
What's up with this golden beetle? Is this something you're studying?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I think it must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower. I'm not the first
How
scientist
convenient.
to ever walk these halls, you know.
Well, it wasn't in the halls. It was in your astronomy tower.
How convenient for you.
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll explore these in a little bit. Don't worry.
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That too.
Fitz and I were up in the Moonlight Garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But
In the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs. They're just outside my room.
But again, second set of footsteps.
On the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long. But when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up. Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Yup. There's just one thing. Remember what Felix said. The first set of calm and collected footsteps going down the stairs. Then a panic set with Poppy going to Fifi's room. And that's when he peeked out the hall. Makes you wonder. Alright, now that we did that, I'm pretty sure we just gotta keep looking around. Why don't we check out some of their rooms? We unlocked Fifi's first. Let's check out Fifi's room first. Very sciencey. Oh my god.
I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
That's horrific.
That's even worse.
It's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You couldn't pull off the pipe.
Oh, he couldn't. You couldn't, Grimoire. I'm sorry, you couldn't. You could
It's a
not.
bed.
Barely.
A new suspect. Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
I'm innocent, I promise.
Save it for the judge.
God, they're so funny and cute together. I mean, as when they're in each other's presence, I mean.
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiments.
What we got here?
Looks like a microscope. A big one.
Can I touch it?
Yeah. Because it's a puzzle.
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
So, it's another puzzle. We have magnifying glasses that have varying amounts that they zoom in on. Or varying amounts of I don't know what the fuck the word's called. Basically, some zoom in more, some zoom in less. You can see how much they zoom in based on the symbols. Plus, 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 and a minus. So, easy thing to do. Oh, and the goal of this is to finish with a perfectly aligned key just like this. You might think it's easy, like, oh, just do minus here, plus here. That's not the case. You gotta make them overlap to truly solve this puzzle. You do those first, then you do this one here, no. Oh, it's some go over and some go below. Ooh, yeah, this is a good puzzle. It's not hard. It's just you gotta line them up. You gotta think about how they should overlap. I think I have to leave this one here. 3 goes here, 100%. I believe 1 just stays there. Then this one. Do this. Okay. I might be making it too big though, that's the problem. Ooh. I like the looks of that. Ooh, okay. I'm thinking, y'all, I'm thinking. Here's the thing, this is the smallest, so I feel like the 3 needs to go here. To make everything else just a tiny bit too big. Leave it there. That would be too big there. Leave that here. I got it. Got it.
That's the one.
Alright. So 3 here, 1 here, 2 here, -1 here.
Hey, not bad.
Whoa! I did
Sounds
it.
like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
What we got? Ooh, secret diary, a well-used book resembling a diary. Its lock was a strange metal device.
Stuff Fifi's thrown away.
You gonna rummage through the trash can?
No, that is quite beneath me, thank you.
He did in the last game.
I give it 5 minutes before you're in there.
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
Oh, it's showing who has a relationship with who. And I don't mean romantic relationship, I mean just who's associated with who. So Poppy and Fitz might be associated with each other. Flora and Felix are, Hawkshaw and Professor are. These Grimoire and Sally are, and finally Penny and the Professor are.
Did you notice who isn't on here?
Fifi.
Freya?
Oh, Freya.
Mm-hmm. And Fifi herself.
Weird. Professional Snoop, look at the family tree and the drawing board.
Boxes of stuff.
Oh, that was by the way I was reading on an achievement. That's another achievement you can miss.
A pretty ornate window with a great view of the lake.
Yep.
We're supposed to be looking for clues, not assessing the real estate value.
And over here, you'll see the owners use sheets of paper to block out all that unnecessary natural light. A simple trick, but it really transforms the space. What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like some hope. It's just a bunch of notes about her micro.
I think that should do it for this room for now.
That That's a whole lot of books.
Alright, now ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the man. Fitz's room. And oh my god. This is depressing.
It's a little handmade card. Someone's drawn a heart on the front. Inside it says, to Fitz, from PP.
Let's hope it's Penny and not Poppy.
An empty glass and an empty plate.
Looking at it is making me want to cry.
Me too.
Why?
I don't know.
Dang, man.
It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Ooh, puzzle time. There we go. I don't know, like that?
Nothing. Still locked.
The tiles have all got that same sun symbol on them.
Those moon symbols in the slots. Are they connected?
Maybe they're connected, but also not connected.
Okay. So you can probably assume where we need to
Let's come
go.
back once we know what to do.
We gotta go to the other side real quick. But let's look around a bit
Poor
more.
Plant.
Looks pretty healthy to me.
Healthy, but sad. I think it would rather be outside.
Doesn't look soft.
Hello.
Not hidden very well, is it?
Doesn't need to be. It's locked.
Ooh.
It's a combination lock. Sort of.
Alright. So, I really like this puzzle. This is what I was thinking of when we were doing the paintbrush puzzle. Basically, you take these shapes and you gotta mix them around. You gotta fit them in a certain way to make some shapes. Will they all work? No. Unfortunately not. But the ones that do, something interesting happens. Like here. You fit the 3 pieces like that, and you get this shape right here. Now, you only see the shape right here. So here's the thing, it says we need a combination, but look, that shaped leaf never appears again. Even this one, this has a rounded end, this has a pointed end. So we don't need to know the combination, we just need to know what specific leaves we need to find. So next, let's put this one here, this here, and bam. We have the next one. It's not this. It's this one right here. So we have the 2 ends, but we still need the 2 middle ones. Next, let me try... This one's a bit harder. I already did that one. Look for how they should connect. Yeah, I already did that one. Already did this one. Let's see how the red and green could connect. Ooh, there we go. We just got the 3rd one. Teardrop. With a point at the end. Alright, so we had the 1st, 2nd, and 4th combo. We just need the last one. Maybe... Ooh, I think I found it. No, that's not it. This 4th one's a bit trickier. How could this fit? How could this fit? We got that one, that one, that one. Ooh, found it. Like this, and like that. Alright. And with that, we have the last combo. Or the last leaf we need for the combo.
That's done it.
Neat. Anything in there?
Yeah, it's wrapped in a cloth. Hold on. Huh, that's kind of ominous.
PPFF. Ornate trowel. A metal gardening trowel with a decorative pattern. It has a decorative pattern engraved onto it, and letters either side of a heart. PPFF. I might just think of Foo Fighters every time I say FF. FF.
Quit sulking. Not every room is going to be full of clues.
Cute.
Huh. Neither of these lights have an actual light bulb.
They're just decorative.
Oh, so decorative.
I guess he doesn't like being in his room that much. Or maybe there's just a bunch of light everywhere. Let's go to Poppy's room next. Now in Poppy's room, there's
A
Rose.
single red rose. How very traditional.
Yeah, weird.
Very. Up here is
It's an octopus.
an octopus.
No, it's not. It has 6 legs, not 8.
It's squid then.
Don't say it.
Sextopus.
Sextopus.
Damn it, I'm sorry I spoiled it. I spoiled it. That's one of my favorite jokes in the game. I don't like dirty... Well, I like dirty jokes. I don't like making them a lot because I find it embarrassing.
Gloomy.
But roomy.
Yeah, I like it. I love the ceiling where it's like draped. That's so comforting.
Various handmade posters.
What do you think those symbols mean?
Hopefully, nothing.
Yeah.
There's a name for this kind of piano. You know, these ones that stand upright.
An upright piano. Fuck. Even I
Sheet
got
music.
confused there.
Presumably for piano.
It's only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
Sheet music. The sheet music has been framed and is decorated with delicate old-fashioned illustrations.
It's a metronome for keeping time.
Is it a puzzle? Ooh.
It's ticking. Is it a bomb?
It's supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are, though.
Hmm. So... That's it.
That's done it.
I'm gonna be honest. I spaced out when I did
Neat.
that.
What happened?
Little hatch unlocked in the back.
Ever confused how I did it, I guess? I don't fucking know how I did that.
Anything in there?
Mm-hmm. It's a photograph.
I literally spaced out, I'm like, this one. This one, this one.
Part of a photograph.
There we go. Ripped photo. The ripped photo shows a young girl with blonde hair and pink clothes. The girl in the photo is using a bright pink cassette player with matching headphones. The rest of the photo shows Fifi and Freya. It was hidden in Freya's room. That nose looks very familiar.
There's something about that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
Later, I want to keep looking around.
Ah, yes, a giant symbol drawn in chalk on the floor. Always a good omen.
It's an eye.
An eye for an eye?
It's the bed of a vampire.
I thought vampires slept in coffins.
This is a vampire who needs firm support for their lower back. That is the bed of a vampire.
I thought
this is a vampire who needs firm support. Empty. A lamp. It is most definitely turned off. Anything in the wardrobe?
Dresses mostly. I never realized there are so many shades of black.
Just a bunch of clothes on the floor. Nothing weird about that.
To you.
Oh, thank goodness, there are 7 lit candles. Wouldn't want it to be dark in here.
I mean, yeah.
Anything in the drawers?
Nothing you need to know about.
Fair enough. Just a ladies'
A
room.
big glass door leads out into a garden. Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
Now, on this side. Look at that. Here's all the sun symbols. And we already know where the moon symbols go, so we can unlock it.
Something happened.
That must be it. And the door's still locked.
I still feel like we made some sort of progress.
Yep.
Various handmade posters.
What do you think those symbols mean?
Hopefully, nothing.
Hopefully just to look cool. How many clues do we have now? Ooh, nice. Only 8 left to go. You might think we're almost done. We're not. We're not even close. I say 40% through.
It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
So now we open this up and we know this is where all the sun symbols go. Simple.
It made a noise.
I guess that was right. Finally, it's open.
Yeah,
Whatever's on the other side better be worth it.
let's go. Ooh, look at the headphones.
It's another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this time.
He's also wearing headphones.
Well, they're not part of the statue. And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Very different. A slightly weathered statue of a strange creature holding a lute. A pair of earmuffs has been placed upon the head of the statue. These definitely look like noise-canceling ones. A swamp monster? Find 3 statues of a certain amphibious creature. I knew it. It was a reference to... Boggy. I was about to say
It's
Goggy.
one big dragonfly.
Or one very small dragon.
Giant stone frog. Love it.
Ah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Cute.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
4 feathers. The feathers were mostly found resting on the tongue of the large stone frog.
A little pond.
It looks really, really deep for some reason. See those metal bars around the edges too?
Oh yeah. What do you suppose they're for?
Nothing anymore. Looks like somebody broke them and then never bothered to fix it.
It's a rose bush, growing on a little patch of bluish soil. Apart from a couple of loose petals on one side, the whole thing looks very well cared for.
The roses are bright red too.
Now, aren't roses normally that color?
Exactly.
And on a patch of soil with... Yeah, that's weird.
It's so relaxing. I might just stay here.
Oh, shall I go finish the investigation on my own?
That'd be great.
Oh, by the way, if you're... I forgot to mention in this first episode. Remember the little girl and the detective chief that came with us on in the first game? Yeah, they never pop up again. Instead, we got Sally. I guess she was the fan favorite, but who can blame them? She's fucking cool. But seriously though, I do like Sally way more. She just has way more personality than either of those characters. Alright, let's head to the last unexplored room. Penny's room.
That's some flower.
There's something weird about it. It just feels out of place.
Let's check it out. Potted flower, a brightly colored flower with an unusual shape. It looks very healthy and well looked after. The soil in the pot looks fresh and moist. It's also an unusual blue color.
That's a birdhouse.
Are those real birds?
Nope.
Nope. They're wooden.
They're using up all the perches. What if a real bird wanted to use it?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's do some color theory, shall we? So first, we'll start with blue. Fuck, I'm not colorblind. Blue and yellow to make bright green. With green and white, you make a lighter green. And with green and red, you combine all primary colors to make brown. That's the basics of color theory with paint.
I got it.
I'm impressed. Did the door open? What's in there?
What is it? Now get her. Crumpled paper. A ripped piece of paper crumpled into a ball. Red flower petals were found inside. A message is angrily scrawled onto the paper. Now I'll get her. The flower petals originate from red roses growing from the rooftop garden.
Traveling cases.
Empty. All of them. A little bedtime reading?
Let's see. Romance novels, detective novels, and
What?
this one appears to be both.
Nice.
Nice.
A little tea set. Looks recently used.
One of the cups has tea in it.
What's in the other one?
Birdseed.
I don't know whether that's cute or sad.
Ever get the feeling you're being watched?
The mannequins don't have eyes, though.
That's not a comforting sentence.
Basically explored everything in here. Now. I'm trying to remember. There's one specific item I need to get. But I'm trying to remember when it appears. I think we're gonna have to keep talking to everyone first. Alright. Why aren't you telling
I need
us?
to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape was found at the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
Bullshit.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
The ripped photo.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Yeah, I think it's the pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
The pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
With the other ripped photo. No. That's one, yeah.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends. Why'd you tear it up and then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift. Years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
Alright. We'd like to ask a few more questions. Fitz.
Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
That was really sweet, actually.
Eavesdrop what the stars are saying, earthly tether, slowly fraying, floating helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet.
Okay, I've been snapping the whole time, just going like it's some poetry reading. What about your cousin?
Feathers flashing in the light, from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage.
Okay. We got a whole bunch to ask you about. What about the
you've
potted
been to
fruit?
the greenhouse? What did you think?
Impressive, I guess. But kind of unsettling, with Fitz lurking in the shadows the whole time.
Woo! Sorry, y'all. But yeah, that's quick. I'll leave it in.
Yeah, he does that. I think it's kind of cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
Does Penny not let them out to fly?
Oh, she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny can be a little protective. You get some weird insects around here. I've never seen one like that.
I'm not sure anyone has.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles in a box in her room.
Why?
For fun, obviously.
Fair enough.
Is that Fifi's diary? I'm sure I've seen it in her room before.
That's where we found it.
Have you ever read it? Do you know what's written in there?
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
I mean,
Yeah, we are. It's just Fifi's gotten kinda impatient with me recently.
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd
Also-
tell you if you asked.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it.
with a journal or a diary or anything like that, you shouldn't really read it without permission. It just partially for formality, partially for being the right thing to do, and partially because they get pissed the fuck off. There's some things in there that should never be read by other people. Do I have a journal? No. It's my experience when interacting with people with journals.
Is that a gardening trowel?
Yeah, I think it belongs to Fitz.
Really? Huh. Never seen him use it. Yeah, it's mine.
What's so special about it?
Special about it?
I got it from my teacher. It's the first piece I ever learned.
How long have you been playing?
Since the day I turned 6. Family tradition. I was really excited to start learning. As soon as I got out of my first lesson, I told Freya and Fifi all about it. When I arrived at my second lesson the next day, Freya was there too. She hadn't asked permission, just showed up. For 2 whole years, the teacher taught us both.
Was Freya any good?
She would have been even better than me. if she'd stuck with it. But one day, she just stopped coming to lessons.
Why?
That's just it. There was no reason. That's when I realized things were different for her.
Can you play a tune
Can
for
you
us?
play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
Keep that in mind. Another melody.
I don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like... Please stop talking to me.
Do you know where those earmuffs came from?
I put them there.
Why?
I found them lying around. I think they belonged to Fitz. I put them on the statue so he'd see them. I thought they looked like headphones. Like he's in the recording studio with his guitar. No?
If they do belong to Fitz, he hasn't taken them back yet. When did you find them?
This morning.
Where?
I don't know, in a hallway. I can't remember exactly.
Interesting.
I see a
Keep
lot
that in
of
mind.
birds up in the rooftop garden. They seem to really like it up there.
Why's that?
It's quiet. Never seen that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Right. Those petals.
What about them?
It's nothing. They're just unusual.
They're normal rose petals from the bush in the garden on the roof. Alright. We'll come back later. A poet and a pianist listen to Poppy's poems. So basically listen to all what she thinks about every person here. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where are the last few clues. Whatever. Let's go talk to Penny next.
Bird diagrams. Hand-painted.
They're beautiful. Someone really knows their stuff.
Hello. What do you think about your father?
Can't say I've ever taken an
your uncle.
interest in Uncle's astronomy. On occasion, I've dared to visit him in his tower, but I always regret it. It's all just a little too abstract for me.
What do you mean?
Oh, did you know the sun is apparently over 400,000 miles wide? Okay, so what should I do with that information? How does it help me?
He's
Come
not
with me.
wrong.
You're the one who memorized it.
Not a fan of insects myself. Whose research is this?
We were hoping you might know.
No, can't say I... Freya, perhaps. I know she was always very fond of grubby little things like this.
Noted.
Ooh, a secret diary.
That's our guess too.
Excellent. Oh, did Fitz show you that?
Not exactly.
We found it hidden under his bed.
Ah, right.
He's like, of course.
Looks a little simple for Poppy, doesn't it? I thought she was a grade 12 or something.
I didn't know there were that many grades.
I'm sure they invented some new ones just for her. I can't decide what's worse. How she looks here, or how she looks now.
Do you know who this is? In the photo?
Oh, absolutely no idea.
Funny.
Lovely. Lovely.
The fuck?
There used to be all kinds of birds here at Tangle Tower. The most fascinating breeds, all totally unique.
Used to be? There are birds all over the place.
Most of them are rather ordinary, I'm afraid.
What happened to the non-ordinary ones?
That is a very good question. Yes, it's my My flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The
Look
shape
at
of
this
it?
part.
Between you and me, I think it's a little vulgar.
If you don't get it, it's supposed to look like her.
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
We found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
But seriously though, look.
There's something about those petals we found in Penny's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Later. But yeah, look. Look at her. Look at Penny. Oh, that's a cool. Anyways, look at Penny. Look at the flower. Her hair, the wings, the part of her dress. And she called herself vulgar. Anyways.
Does this count as being outdoors?
Yeah. No. Doesn't matter.
Hello. So.
Yeah. We found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually, it's not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
They're from red roses.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses. And who they belong to.
Evidence of a red rose.
That's not right.
Wait, evidence of a red rose. Do I have what I need? Oh.
We'll get to that later. That's not right.
Hold on. Oh.
That's not right.
Evidence of a red... What do you mean evidence of a red rose? Okay, wait.
That almost makes sense, but it's not right.
Do I even have it? Of course I would have it. This is nice music. Aha!
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine what you're getting at. But it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those two bedrooms?
Yes.
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
So. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz. And distract them. Hold on. Almost. That's almost it. Yeah, I think spy on. And it didn't work and steal money from because they were planning a murder and steal evidence.
One of Penny's birds was used
Yeah,
to
that's
spy
not right.
on Poppy and Fitz and distract them. Almost. Maybe just change one thing.
I don't think it's a distract. But it didn't work. Right?
One of Penny's birds. Almost. Maybe just change.
Evidence.
One of Penny's
Evidence?
birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that. Besides, Tabitha hardly ever leaves her cage. She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
We have it right here.
Let's take a closer look at these.
Alright. Was left behind.
This yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days. But being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little... I apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
Yeah, it really isn't. I think it's like, oh damn. Alright. Let's see. Who should we interview next? I have a feeling Fifi will know something. Oh wait. But we're gonna do that next time in Tangle Tower. Until then, hope to see all you lovely ladies and gentlemen here next time. Adios.